I ain't gonna get cut off. Oh man, I recorded already. Yes. Golly.
We started over.
I know. I actually like this song too. It makes me feel important. Like if I'm like
Meg,
working out.
Meg, what's with the?
I told y'all I'm starving.
She's had a busy day.
I like this.
What do you mean you don't like it?
Only on Social Complex. Cookies and brown liquor.
What is that? For like your gout? Oh no, follow your gut. Oh wow.
Kombucha. So good.
Kombucha?
It's pretty
Kombucha?
Kombucha.
What is that?
Probiotic.
That's the one with the live cultures in it, or no?
That's for like prune juice or something?
Most of them have live cultures.
It has probiotic.
Most of them what?
Oh,
Most of them do have live cultures.
Thank you, Jourdan.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the Social Complex Podcast, y'all. We are back in the studio. Of course, I'm your boy Marcus.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know who I am. I am Senor Peabody. What's up?
Jourdan, how are you?
Blessed more than I should be. Thank you.
You're blessed more than you should be. We'll talk about that because you got the juice like the last couple of weeks, man.
Bible toter.
I know, man. And we brought somebody back, man, for like the second time around. We have the lovely Miss Meg Harper. Yo, what's going on with you?
Hey, y'all.
She's not even a guest no more, man.
For those listening, she ain't over here snacking on cookies. Cause
I'm hungry.
Keeping it real,
I put it down now.
Before we start, yo, like, what do you have on real quick? Because, you know, you are a fashion novist or a fashionista.
Fashionova.
Fashionista.
No, but, oh my God, I love Fashion Nova though. I just have on Zara. I went to work in church this morning before I came.
So, give me like a breakdown.
This is work clothes. We're not giving no breakdown of this.
Oh, really?
This is Monday through Friday attire.
Okay.
Not by choice.
Okay, cool. It looks very nice though, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, man. But what's going on with y'all?
Not much, man. Enjoying the weekend.
Yeah,
good. How was your weekend? What'd you do? Work? Anything?
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I just had I play spades and play dominoes, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you think you good at spades.
No, I don't think. I know.
I do remember this.
Yeah, I'm good in spades. Like I tap that ass. Yeah, I'm good in spades. I'm that.
I wanted to ask you.
What? Here we go.
No, it's about your job, like, cause Black Friday's coming up. Is there any like? I don't want to tell people like where you work at, but for like what you do, y'all got any like Black Friday stuff with?
Oh, I mean, just come in there and know like the deals already. Don't ask me any stupid questions. Like no, like like earlier today before I got here, I went to McDonald's and there was a guy behind me and was like, "Damn, I don't know what to get." And there's a long line, so bro, you can read what you want before you get up there. So I made like a smart comment out loud. Because I had Shay with me, at the time. And I'm like, man, Shay, what you want? We got 3 people in front of us right now. Let's see what we want before we get up there. I made sure I spoke loud so you can hear me.
Complete jerk.
I really am. Bro, like, know what you want before you get there. Like, don't come inside any type of place. Like, bro, like, what do you want?
That's definitely me.
Yeah, well, come on now. But no, besides that, I play spades. I tap some asses, because I know I am good in spades, for the record. But that's about it, though.
What you do this weekend, Jourdan?
The pimp.
First of all, calm down.
How was last night?
I didn't go. We had this conversation, and I had a whole thought about you like this morning on my way here, and I was thinking about. Okay, so I had a date last night that I had to cancel because my car didn't start, and I really thought about what you said because you were like, "Can't you just take a lift?" And I was like. Last week I said Marcus was a real adult, and then with that whole comment I was like, maybe not, because my car not working is more important than me going on a date. So I don't know. But no, my week was good. Happy birthday to Rachel. We went to the Museum of Fine Arts and to Discovery Green.
Did you go there before like your car was messed up or after your car was messed up?
This was Thursday.
Okay.
No, so my car, something with a terminal. I don't know, something with the terminal on the car. That was yesterday.
And change the tire.
That's all I do is change my oil and check my tire pressure. I don't do anything else with my vehicle. That's for y'all. So, but no, my week was really good. Bought a few books, read a few books, hung out, listened to some music. Nothing too crazy.
Got you. Hey, Meg.
Yes.
So if you get it, before I ask you that question, I know last time we came on the show, you were talking about. Well, we were talking about you shooting like your shot. Has anybody shot their shot so far? Are you still chilling?
Oh, God.
Since it's cuffing season.
I knew this question
It's too
was
early.
coming.
I know it's early.
Is Meg Harper dating somebody right now? Dum dum dum.
I'm single. I'm still single.
Still? No, nobody's like
Single and mingling, or just single?
Here we go. It's single or single. What's up? Talk to us now.
Are you looking for a wintertime cuddle buddy?
I thought cuffing season has ended.
No,
I told y'all. See,
It hasn't ended.
No,
we're in cuffing season.
You're
This
in
is it.
cuffing season now, but you probably should have started about like a month or two ago to get that person.
I thought drafting season was over.
Yeah, see,
I mean,
told y'all.
but you can always pick up a free agent.
It's too late now, bro. It's too late.
No, it's
Not for a woman. Maybe for not.
It's not. Not really.
Yeah.
I'm single.
You single?
And yep, that's about it.
All right, cool. Well, my question was, if your car wasn't working, would you have still went on like the date or no?
Yeah, I would have went.
Would you have let him pick you up or take like a lift?
I would have Ubered.
Okay. That's what's up. I like that. Okay. An adult. Okay.
Don't play me. Don't play me. I need to do my car fixed. Because
No,
you know what?
I'm
If
not
I would have
liking it.
wait today, guess what?
What's up?
I wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
That's-
thank you.
So did y'all reschedule the date?
We had a conversation about it.
Okay.
I thought we weren't talking about that.
Oh.
I'm like confused right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can we
let's,
talk
let's
about
change the subject.
Can we talk about it?
Not like talk about it, but that's like the third
It is the second reschedule. I've had a conversation. Like it's not intentional.
Yeah.
It's all out of my hands.
It not being intentional or being intentional, to be honest with you, I probably would have. Well, if a woman would have canceled on me 2 times, I quit, dog. Like I quit. Dude.
I wouldn't even be mad at him.
Yeah, I quit.
I couldn't be
Yeah.
upset. Like if it was me bullshitting, then But I just have stuff going on. So if he decides that he doesn't want to ask me again, I can't be upset about that.
Okay.
But I have to take care of my own stuff first. So.
Respect that.
All right.
You cancel any dates on people?
Have I in the past?
No, I mean, but like how many times? Like, would you say, you know what, like I quit?
Nah, I don't think I've never canceled on a girl. Nah.
Anybody cancel on you?
Yeah.
Did you still go forward?
Yeah. Rescheduled. Maybe a week later or something.
After like 2 times of like canceling?
Nah, it hasn't been more than 2. It was like 1 time, yeah.
1 time?
Yeah.
Damn. You?
What?
You ever canceled on a guy before?
No, I don't think so.
What? I would
No.
think every woman's done that.
Not that at least not lately, that I can think about.
Okay. Cool. Well, besides that, let's because I got an actual question for that. Let's get into your what it's called the
What you talking about?
help me out, please.
The icebreaker?
Yes, thank you. I am tripping today.
Icebreaker, yeah.
Yes,
You
I
are.
am
You
tripping
drink some more,
hard.
Martell.
Yes.
What's in your
Yeah,
cup?
I got
I
one
don't
for
know. Go ahead.
I got one for. Well, she already answered. The other one was she dating somebody?
Oh, she
Oh
was.
yeah.
But the first
I mean,
one
I've
is,
dated since the last time I've seen you
So
guys.
you have.
it didn't work
Before
out. Obviously.
y'all-
That's what she was trying to hit at. It didn't work.
It's too early, right?
So before, I mean, when I was here with you guys
Uh-huh.
a while ago, or whatever. When was the last time I was here?
Was
Like
it like
4 months ago.
September?
Almost 4 months ago.
No, it was longer than September.
August maybe.
About 4 months ago.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I wasn't dating then. Like I probably hadn't dated all year. We talked about that, I think.
The like
So
chocolate
since
milk?
then, like I've been on too many dates. I'm overwhelmed. I'm ready to go back into hiding.
Really?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
good dates?
Dating is exhausting. Y'all don't remember me telling y'all that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dating is exhausting.
But
It's
what
a job
consists
within
of it
itself.
though?
Too much energy and time that I don't have to just waste.
It's the whole back and forth game. You know. Gotta
It's really a
You
game.
gotta dress up.
get to
gotta-
know the person.
The beginning stages are tough. It's a job.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2 phones is a job too. You know?
So you're not really into small talk, right?
I saw that look.
I'm not into small talk, and that's what it's being. So
Okay.
no time for small talk.
All right.
But I mean, never mind. We keep going.
I have a quick question, real quick.
Yeah.
Do you bring your 2 phones on the date?
Yeah, for sure. I don't got
You do?
nothing. Yeah.
Do you bring them
She a
on like the
businesswoman.
table?
Yeah, they be sitting. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not on my phones. No, actually, when I'm at a date, my phone's out of my purse.
Okay.
But if I'm on a date, they know I got 2 phones. Yeah, I mean, I ain't hiding that.
Okay.
All right. I respect that.
You got one more?
Icebreaker. Yeah. So, Meg's end of the year. We're coming up on 2019. So the question is, give us one of your New Year's resolutions.
Let me see. Dang, this is tough. And I have this question every year. Wow, I haven't even gotten a chance to just sit down and reflect on 2018 because it's been so busy and it really came at me super fast.
Pimping.
A lot of stuff has happened in all aspects of my life, good and extremely bad. But I think next year, one of my resolutions is to be patient. This year was all about evolving and in all aspects of life, like evolving within my career, evolving within my friendships, my family, my faith, fitness, being on schedule and consistent with that. And I feel like I did cool with all of that. Like, I'm about to graduate with my master's in about 2 weeks. And
Hold up. What'd you get your master's in?
Public relations, yeah. And
All right.
jobs that I've gotten opportunities to work at this year, and going to the BET Awards, and I mean, a lot of stuff happened unexpectedly, but it helped me check off, some of my resolutions for 2018. And with all that being said, I don't think I was patient enough. Whether it was with dating, whether it was with family members, whether it was with certain friends, or just timing. With me expecting movement after prayer, we're supposed to pray and hope for something to come,
right.
And so I wasn't patient enough.
Okay.
And that slows our blessings down,
I can relate to
so that. I think next year, something I'm really focusing on is being patient. And yeah, this year it was also about putting boundaries on relationships and friendships and family members.
What do you mean by that, boundaries?
With what I will and will not engage in, whether it's attitudes, behavior, negativity, messy behavior, because you become who you're around and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's too late. You could be around somebody that talk about people a lot, and then you start talking about people a lot, and then you're like,
Amen,
dang, we messy.
Yeah.
And that was just an example, but placing boundaries on my friendships and family members.
Okay.
Like, just letting everybody know, like, I'm an adult now. Like, I'm creating my own lane. There's going to be certain things that I will engage in and that I will not, that I will accept and I will absolutely not accept. And we can still be positive about it. And
Boss lady.
That's all. Like, evolving and just placing boundaries on relationships was really important to me this year.
Okay.
Next year got to be about patience. Patience, I feel like, is going to take me places. Like, whether it's the next level, life after this master's, patience with dating, with individuals. I got to have that patience. My friends been telling me, like, girl, you like people for 2 minutes and then you done.
What is a date with you, y'all? Like, give me like a small.
It seems like a guy has to just be able to keep your attention.
Yeah.
Keep you intellectually stimulated.
Are you a dinner person?
Okay.
I agree, huh?
So, do you prefer like a dinner as a first date? Like, what do you like in a first date, y'all? Guys, pay attention.
I dated a couple guys since I last seen y'all, and this one guy I went on a date with, it was really impressive. Like, we was just talking, and it was a mutual friend, and we've known each other, and I guess he finally shared interests or whatever, and I was coming back in town from being out of town, and I think I was in New York. Oh yeah, I was in New York, and I came back in town, and instead of Ubering home, he picked me up. And that was a super exactly. Yeah. And he picked me up, we went to breakfast, and I went home, and that was really it. And then I think we hung out the very next day. That was a Monday, and we hung out for Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
and it was just cool. Like, it just felt like we were friends, not so much more just.
He trying to get at you.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
Virgo.
Okay, not sure what that means. But I know people,
you can look it up.
I don't believe it because here's what I'm saying. I don't believe in that, but I know. Listen,
I'm all into that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
What's your sign?
There's people that are into that. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't buy into that, but I know.
I think we talked about this last time.
There's people listening that's probably like, "What's her sign?"
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you, somebody was like, "What's her sign?" That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, I'm a Virgo.
So whatever that means to people out there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was just dating because my friends kept bringing up like, you ain't been on no dates. You can't. I mean, you got to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So would you say you more so felt pressured?
I did kind of feel pressured, and then I got overwhelmed.
Yeah, because like you didn't really put your heart into it. You were pressured to.
Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't put my heart into it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put no expectations into it. Like, it was just kind of like I was hanging out with my homeboys.
So these boys never had a chance at all, pretty much.
Oh my God, no, that wasn't the case.
What?
That was not the case. That was not the case. I was not wasting time or their time.
Okay.
Now, some of these guys I really liked, and it's just, it wasn't it. That's all.
Right. I respect that.
I don't have no beef. Well, one of them I actually do, but. And it's not even beef. Well, it's beef. It's beef. Ain't no way around it.
Be real, it's beef, yeah.
But it is what it is. Everything is a learning experience. You gotta put yourself through some stuff. I'm trying not to curse. Put yourself through some stuff to figure out what you like, what you don't like. You learn through dating. And there's nothing wrong with dating. And I used to think like it was something wrong with dating. Like,
whatever happened to the guy that y'all went to like the pool party?
Oh
Snapchat?
my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
What? He was like a model or something?
No.
Nah.
Oh my God.
It was a guy that she had a good time, and it was just some random.
Y'all
want
to know what's funny?
What's going on?
I haven't talked to him since then. We cut that quits, but he's still fine. He's still fine. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was just a situation he charged to the game and keep it moving. Okay. But it was funny because I read it to his page the other day on the little popular page. And I'm like, let me go see who he is. I was thinking. I'm like, he's still fine.
Got you.
So one more question, and then we'll get off your dating life.
Okay.
And tell me if I'm wrong. So, do you feel like a lot of women? Well, let me put it like this. Let me restart. I wish that more women would leave it up to God's timing to find a man.
Huh?
Like,
but most women ain't out here looking for
that's what I'm saying. A lot of women they looking for men.
But most people are looking for somebody.
Though,
no. Right?
But hear me out though. What I mean is, we always hear a lot of women say how men ain't this, men ain't that. They're not shit. Can't find a man. Like she just said, dating is hard. It's tiring and stressful.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of women just leave it up to God's timing. Like, the right man will come into your life when it's time.
When it's time, but you gotta put yourself in that right situation too, though.
Well, it's kind of hard. I agree with you both. It's kind of hard. I just had this conversation with one of my friends because, hell, we trying to figure out why we both single. We got our own places. We doing things, but it be those little glitches that we know about ourselves that we don't really show attention to. So, I don't know. I really don't know. It is all about God's timing, but you do also have to put yourself in environments to be seen and known that you even exist. But ain't nobody... Well, most women are not just out there throwing themselves at me and like, I want to talk to you,
Right.
I want to date you. Like, I need somebody right
I'm
now.
not saying that.
But some women really are those relationship type of girls where they get one, they always in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then... It's some women that's like me that's not always. You're not gonna see me always in a relationship, but it's not a bad thing. It's just that's not my style. That's not me.
Right.
Okay.
That's all. And I don't know. It's really to each his own. Okay. And everything and every lane for everybody is gonna be totally different, especially in this dating and love life.
That. I mean, I think it's somewhat true to what you're saying, but like I said, like what she said. You have to put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, you don't go out and you don't have a good time. Nobody's gonna notice you,
Yeah, that means get out the house. That's first thing.
Yeah, get out the house. Yeah, all this online.
That was a problem my friend had. She's not really a social life like me. You know, you're not gonna catch her out. You're not gonna catch her mingling with new people. you know, I'm like, girl, you got to get out the house.
Yeah.
And you can't just get out the house when I'm in town. You got to get out the house. You know, and just be out there, see what's up. She came with me to D.C., and it was so crazy.
You've been having a good time, I've been seeing.
Yeah, man. I've been slowing down, though, since my birthday.
Shout out to, like, your mom's, by the way. She got, like, nominated or, like, inducted or something like that.
Probably. I don't know. I know. We both be moving fast. But yeah, shout out to her.
Oh,
all right,
man.
so catch us up since the last time you were here. What's been going on with Meg Harper? Catch us up.
Traveling.
I turned 25.
All right. Happy birthday.
I threw myself out there to go on a trip with my friend Kaylin to Yacht Week in Greece, and it was the craziest experience I've ever had in my life.
Light stunt.
I know.
Yacht
She
Week.
been to what, like New York, DC?
DC for Broccoli Fest. That was a long time ago, beginning of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I was in New York just visiting friends.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my friends played football out there. We went to his game. And another one of my friends, it was his birthday. We was just out there kicking it. Like, I try every year to go out there, you know, spend time with all my friends. Yeah. I went to Paris in Spain, celebrating my birthday with my mom. It was her birthday, too.
I think that's what it was then, like, that I saw on IG.
Yeah, we was kicking it. It was cool. And in between time, school has been hectic. That's why I'm so glad that it's about to be over.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what's next. Like, I can't wait to see what's next, and I can't wait to see what life is like with just working and not full-time working in a part-time job and going to school, because I'm always exhausted.
So when's the big day? When you walk across the stage?
December 16th.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be at Purdue University, and we're going to go to Chicago first. Because, you know, I'm from Chicago and all my family's out there. So I'm just celebrating with all my childhood homies, cousins, and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my close friends from Peabody that lives out here, she's going to come down with me and meet up with all of them. She knows all my people, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll celebrate there, then drive down to Purdue and graduate.
So you taking online classes from Purdue? Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. I mean, I used to think that online would be easier, but it's not. It's not. It's really harder because you're not going to class. You're not, like, you're the only person to know when you got to turn your stuff in, no matter, it's no reminder, you know?
You got to force yourself to
exactly.
sit down
and it's a lot of reading, and you're not talking to nobody. You know, everything is digital. So it's been a challenge, and it's super duper time consuming. Like, some of my friends who've been in grad school and they go to class or whatever, it's so much, it seems easier for them, but I'm not going to say it is, you know? I'm glad it worked out for me in my schedule to be online. So that's what it was.
Okay. Gotcha.
So with the masters, and what are you hoping to do? What's the next step with the masters and everything?
Y'all will see.
Okay.
She got plans for us.
Definitely.
I believe her. Y'all wanted to there was a couple of things, 'cause I know, since, to be fair, now that we have two women in here, I think there was a question that we had for, like, the hot topics.
What?
I know.
Listen.
Yeah, you got would you agree to an open relationship?
Yeah, that was the one. We talked about this for almost 2 weeks, but we had to, hold it, because we wanted to be fair. We wanted to have a woman, two women on here. I know it's two guys, But open relationships. Let's talk about this real quick, please.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go first, since you're like the guest.
Well,
you cool with having like open relationship? I know you're
well,
a busy
first off,
person.
I have not been in a relationship in years, and so to be in an open one after not being in a relationship in years, that seems like a challenge. And honestly, being in an open relationship doesn't seem like something that I would get down with.
But you being busy, of course, with school, and it's a respect thing. Like, you're busy, your school, your work. That person may not be able to.
Besides all that, though, I can never see myself in an open relationship. But I also can't speak on something I ain't never tried. Okay. But it don't seem like my cup of tea.
Okay, so you don't like sharing?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, never.
Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, but it's cute. I think. I mean, it's cute.
It's cute, but not for you.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, cool.
I don't think I could now.
Now?
I would,
what happened before?
10 years ago, Probably I could have.
Okay.
You know, you're younger, you're a little wild, you're a little more carefree.
But let's say now. I mean, you know,
now,
as an adult,
I don't think I could.
Could you ever get bored with somebody?
When you're busy, you don't got time to get bored.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I take that back.
Sometimes.
No, I've never gotten bored with a person. So, but no, I don't. It's
I've actually got bored with a person.
Too many emotions involved.
That is a lot of emotions. That's 3 people.
It's navigating a triangle, and obviously feelings are always
may
getting
know
involved.
like their place.
That's some love and hip hop Atlanta type stuff.
Yeah.
No, it happened on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
Okay.
See, I think with an open relationship, there's a lot of rules that have to be established.
Sounds like a pimp.
Yeah, because it's, you know, if I'm spending time with this girl over here, then this girl over here has to understand that.
Yeah.
Right. What if for 2 weeks straight I done spent more time with girl A than girl B? Now
That's
girl
insane.
B is
No,
pissed.
but I mean these people probably like y'all like talked about it before.
Yeah, but we could talk about it all we want, but then just like she said.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and then people feel like, oh, why you spending more time with her now? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a lot.
That sounds insane to me.
One of my exes.
We need to talk to somebody we need to put a post out, and we need to find somebody that's
has been
in an open relationship and bring them in here, and we can get first-hand account.
My ex asked me if I wanted to be in one before.
Oh, wow.
And to be honest with you, I said no, only because you have to know the person that like you're dating already.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind being in one, but not with her because she's, you know, selfish. So therefore, she's probably gonna want all of my time.
But she came up with the idea.
She did. But I said actions speak louder than words. Just because you came up with the idea doesn't mean that once I start doing it. Because if you give me like the okie doke to do it, by all means, the black book is coming out. You know what I'm saying?
The third phone.
Third phone. You know? So, I hate you.
What she call it? Wait, what did she say?
It's a little joke I had on Twitter. I have 3 phones.
Wait, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
It said that third phone.
Oh,
yeah, so I have 3 phones. But,
wow, you talk about me having 2?
2, one is for the podcast, and then one is for work. The other one is just for, you know, just to have just in case I lose both of my phones.
Wow.
Just in case phone.
Do you have a bag to put all your phones in that you carry?
Actually, I have 2 iPhones, and the other one's like a flip phone.
Oh, flip phone.
That's a trap phone for sure.
It's a flip phone. No, it's actually a good flip phone. By the
Any
way.
flip phones that's around what flip phone is it?
It's I could tell.
How you getting reception?
Yo, no. To be honest with you, flip phones have the best like reception because it focuses on one thing: have a service. Yo.
That's true.
No,
that's probably true.
No, it's true. So if you notice, a lot of people who work offshores, they get flip phones because the service out there.
The Nextel joints with the push
the
button.
razor.
The razor.
But no. But not to get off topic. I mean,
Yeah.
to have an open relationship, it's to me, I'm not against it, but my whole thing is just know like your role, and and all 3 parties have to know, hey, you know, this person's not entitled to me all the way. Now, if you're in like prime example, and I mean, I'm not putting like the business out there because it's a podcast. If y'all listen to the Danny and Cleo podcast, they have a open like relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
Yeah, so, and I found this out when I was going, like, to Dallas, and I was like, bro, what? And they have children, you know what I'm saying? So, I think, in my own personal opinion, I think for the wife, Cleo, I think she's cool with it. I think on some episodes, in my own personal opinion of how, like, he, like, speaks, he's not cool with it. Because when she goes out and do her phone is on do not, you know, is like off. He has, like, the kids.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And she's off doing her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I could be cool with that. Because if she's doing him, I mean...
I wonder how they navigate that then. Because it's like, if she, you know, she come home and he knows she been out
They both like that, though. Because, like, when he was in Dallas, you know, hey... It was free game.
I don't know. I think you got to be at a whole different mental mindset.
It's a cool podcast, man. Check it out, Danny and Cleo. I highly recommend. I think it comes out every Wednesday. I actually love the podcast. It just kind of shows a different world of having an open relationship, and for them, I think there was an actual episode where they were arguing about this on the podcast, and the shit brought in numbers. The shit was fucking dope. Like, and why she's not tripping because she was like nonchalant about it.
You think like maybe that's just the way that they found to keep their relationship healthy and keep it interesting, I guess.
I think it is healthy because sometimes you do get bored, yo. Like, you don't want to come home to a book that you read 50 billion times. I know, like, the next fucking story that's about to happen. Especially with, like, sex. Like, the sex could be horrible sometimes.
So you seem like you're all for an open relationship then.
I said I would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would be.
Jourdan, what about you?
Just know, though, when I do me, don't get mad. That's all I'm saying. I gotta add that in there. I play fair.
Younger Jourdan would have been no.
Younger?
Yes.
So the older Jourdan is yes.
No, not necessarily. I think before 30, it's very selfish. It's about me. After 30, probably that one bad relationship. I really just didn't want to deal with anybody. But I had somebody that I would frequent, but I didn't want that person. I didn't want to be in a relationship with that person. So we had a situationship. Yeah, I guess that's what we would call it, a situationship. So it worked for a little while until, feelings got involved and invested, and maybe I didn't answer the phone when he felt like I should have, or I didn't return a text or something like that. And so then I kind of fell back from it, and I was like, this is not what we signed up for. This is not what you and I do.
But you wanted like attention then, pretty much, right?
What do you mean?
Because he didn't answer like his phone?
No, because I didn't answer my phone.
Okay.
No, it was more of if I questioned something, he would get an attitude, but he would ask me about everything. And so if I decided not to respond, then it was an issue. So it wasn't an equal playing field. So I kind of removed myself from that situation.
Did y'all have like relations as far as like sex?
Yeah.
That's why. The sex was good.
But
no, I'm being honest. Like, if the sex is good, yeah, I'm super selfish.
I get it, but that wasn't anything that was new for us. So it was kind of like, he's somebody that I would never be with, but the sex was good. So it was one of those things like, this is what I can do for right now, just because I don't necessarily feel like investing in anybody else, because I'm investing in myself at this time. But as far as like, if I met someone tomorrow and they were like, I want to do an open relationship, I probably would say no. Ever
since you've been on like the podcast, you've been changing as far as like,
I have not been changing. I just don't talk about everything.
Like your like persona has changed. Like,
it has
like,
not.
Oh, yes, you
no,
are.
We don't talk about this stuff.
You try to psychoanalyze.
Right? Like, no.
I'm serious.
For the most part, I have been who I am for a really long time. I've never verbalized certain things, and I don't discuss. Like, I don't discuss my relationships.
Well, let me ask y'all this then, because we all been to college, and y'all say y'all not for it, but PV, of course. Well, y'all both went to, black colleges, but
Shout out to Dillard.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Dillard.
Yes, it is.
Y'all, I mean, even in college, y'all were talking to people. Y'all really wasn't in just one serious relationship, right?
I was in a serious relationship.
In college?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That was my last relationship.
Damn. Wait, from what? Freshman year?
It was freshman year.
Till
freshman year.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no, it was the summer before freshman year until freshman year.
Those relationships
but it's
will
still,
set the tone. They'll set the tone
seriously?
for what you want to do after that. Yeah.
I haven't been in a relationship since. It was
2011. Well, we gotta talk about this, y'all.
So,
I mean, it's not something that I brag about, but it's just that's what it was.
So 7 years, almost 8 now.
Like, you haven't done anything? I mean,
I've dated.
Yeah, okay.
And I've talked to guys for a minute, but I haven't been in no serious relationship.
Has there been one guy that sweated you? I'm talking about I'm digging you. What's good?
Yeah, it's been several, but
and you was like, no, I'm good.
It just wasn't to the. I just been so careful when it comes to dating since my last relationship. Bringing somebody around my family again, and around my friends, because my friends are my family, and
I love that.
It's harder for me now. Like, it's harder for me. Like, it's harder in all aspects of being with somebody else publicly, officially.
But you know what? From what I can tell about you, it doesn't seem like that none of that has ever made you bitter or angry. Like some women can.
Yeah, it's just reality. For real.
Not having a man or a real relationship for X amount of years can make them bitter and salty, whatever. And she doesn't seem to have that. So.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I might have had my moments, but I feel like it's very natural, especially if you've been with somebody that you were possibly in love with, and you thought that was it. I mean, it's stuff like that. Even if I moved on to a separate relationship, you don't forget stuff like that. It never really just goes away, no matter how much you can say it does. But it doesn't. You know, when you spend genuine time with people, and you giving them parts of your life that is private and stuff, like your family, your friends, you sharing stuff about you that you probably never shared about, you know, those moments you don't really get back. And so it doesn't really just go away. It's just kind of you move past it. But for some than others, it takes a little bit longer to move past, you know, through certain situations than letting go or, you know, charging it to the game.
Right.
Some people really just don't let go, or they don't really know how to move past it. Yeah. And I mean, my ex lives here, and I see and hear from him all the time, randomly, at the most random moments.
Still shooting shots at you?
I mean, I ain't finna talk about that. I ain't finna talk about that, but we, I mean, you know, we dated. We was together. Okay. And so, it's just, we got history, and that's not gonna go nowhere, you know?
I got an ex like that, yo. Like, we don't even talk like that no more, but I still know her number to this day, which is probably bad. But, like, that's just like 18 years old, yo.
That's not bad.
But
and you remember,
18.
but you see,
I've talked to my ex. You haven't.
I don't talk to her.
And see, this is the thing. Like, if I go up into
phone numbers, but that's about it.
Phone numbers?
I mean, we might like you know, like
each other posts.
Yeah, pictures.
I don't think nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah, something wrong.
I feel like that's the level of y'all moved on from each other, that y'all can do that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when it comes, the bitter and the pettiness comes in when you looking and keeping up with the pages, but you ain't even showing no love. And I mean, I'm not even going to say that's bitter
it's petty,
and petty, but
what's the point?
It's energy. It's a type of energy. Like, that person still care about you, still may be in love with you. And that could be my case. But, I don't know. Like, I mean, that was 2011. Who's to say that I might not date this man again one day? You know?
That's true.
We both could have grown in the parts where we needed to grow at since 2011. But that ain't me telling Social Complex that I'm about to get back on my ex. Let me just be clear. Let me just be clear. I'm just being real grown right now.
I don't want to give that nigga too much hope.
I'm just being really mature right now.
He's going to be like, all right, bet.
Real.
Sorry, brother.
Oh, man.
All right, so we, and Jourdan, you hit us up about this holiday engagement situation.
What about that?
You want to expound upon that?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you brought it.
I did. Okay, so I have a friend, a male friend, and he's been dating his significant other for maybe 5 to 6 years, and we have conversations about her. And
He's single? Is he single?
He has been dating his significant other.
What I mean is that
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So he's been dating his significant other for I think 5 or 6 years. I've met her. She's super sweet. She's very nice. And I you know how you know your friends from before they were adults. So like growing up, college, things like that, getting into your 30s and getting into, you know, grown man, grown woman situations. And you can read your friends a little bit.
Yeah.
So the last time we hung out, we had this like real deep heart to heart, and he was, you know, trying to figure out, you know, what he's doing in life, what he's doing with his relationship. Didn't necessarily know if he was happy, didn't necessarily know if she was the one, all sorts of stuff. And so, you know, I am a big advocate on don't get married just because someone says that you're supposed to. Don't get married just because y'all are having kids. Get married because that is a commitment that you choose to do. So anyway, this is probably like maybe a month or so ago that we had this conversation. And we've had follow-up conversations. You know, I suggested they go to counseling to see, like, pre-marriage counseling to see if that's what they wanted to do and if that's the path for them. So he hits me up with this text message, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't tell you the good news." And I was just like, "What's the good news? Like, did you get the new job? Like, what is it?" And so he sends me a picture of him and her, and she's got on an engagement ring. And I'm just kind of like, I wanted to say congratulations, which I did, but it's kind of like, my question is, well, what exactly is it that you're doing? Because you have these feelings, you've expressed these feelings verbally to another person, and I know I'm not the only person that he's talked to about this. But why become engaged or ask a woman to marry you if that's not necessarily what you know that you want?
He's bored, but it's the right thing to do.
Why?
Yeah, in my decision, it has nothing to do with you. That man wanted to make a decision by himself, and as his friend, friends have to stay in friends' positions.
Well, no, I get that, but I just don't understand the man's mindset of proposing to a woman that you've stated you don't necessarily know if you want to be with. Like, if you are,
because he don't want to see her with nobody else. That's all that was. Every individual has that feeling. They can be lost and confused, not sure, but they know one thing they are sure about.
He's comfortable. He's probably real comfortable.
He don't want to see her with nobody else.
Years,
I just feel like that's so selfish.
He don't want nobody digging her down, yeah.
Do they have kids together?
No, there are no kids. There are no kids involved. It's nothing like that. And it's just
So
one
it's
of those
nothing
things
holding him back. It's nothing that's forcing him. That was a genuine decision that he made. It's
think
reasons
it's
behind it,
It's
but
a selfish decision.
also, like
I feel
you
like
said,
it's selfish.
as an adult friendship, he might not be sharing as much with you as he might have shared before he became an adult. You know?
That's
It's certain
true.
things as adults that we gotta be aware about what we gonna talk about with certain friends, or what we gonna talk about in general with anybody else.
It's true.
That's
I get
growth.
that. And I think I pull more from it because we've been transparent with like the relationships that we've been in and the people that we've dated, and so like I'll call him and be like, hey, this is what's going on with this person. What do you think I should do?
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it's just one of those things that I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like I have, like people will say, you know, why are you not married or why are you not in a committed relationship? Yeah. And it's kind of like I don't want to, not for lack of a better word, settle, but I don't want to not be sure. Like I don't want my husband to not be excited to come home to me, and I don't want my husband to vent to other women about whatever is going on in our household. So
People would do that naturally anyway, though.
I mean,
Y'all even them knowing that, yeah.
you're supposed to keep it in house though.
You are.
I feel like you're supposed to keep that with your person, or
That's
go to
what
a
he was doing
counselor.
by making that decision. And so when he shared that big, what he felt like was an accomplishment, and you know, he needed that energy from you as his friend, and that personal, like what you talking about right now, that's something you have a conversation with him on a later day, not to ruin his moment or his excitement.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about it again.
That, yeah.
I'm not gonna
nah,
bring it up again.
I would probably, you know, like ruin his, like, you know, like, nah,
What?
bro.
No, because that's happened, and that don't go well.
I would never have that conversation.
No.
No.
Oh, you gotta
I've
know
seen
that.
it just this
No.
past summer.
I would never have that
No,
conversation.
my whole thing is, if I have a homeboy venting out to me, and 9 times out of 10, I probably don't even care about, like, bro, why are you talking to me about this? But if I know him, and I, you know what I'm saying, love this dude, like, bro, why are you marrying this girl, man? Like, you making...
No, I'm not saying it's not a conversation that you absolutely don't have, but right there might not have been a moment. I don't care if he proposed on Sunday. Have that conversation with him next Sunday or
Monday.
throughout that week. But let him... He gonna soak that shit in just like when you soaked it in on what he just told you. You know? As an adult, you gotta mind your business. People gotta... You not people parents.
I
Everybody
mind my
gotta
business, but my whole thing is, he made it my business when he told me about it.
No, he made
He
it...
did.
No.
He wanted
chose-
validation, so I gave it to him.
He needed you to be his friend.
Exactly.
And
as a
sometimes, when you get
Go ahead.
older, sometimes being a friend is just playing your part.
Keeping your
But,
mouth
yeah,
shut.
let me listen, but at the same time, let me speak of, you know, what's probably true. I'm happy for you, but at the same time, are you making that?
But you ain't no
It's a quick
psychic.
decision.
You ain't God. You ain't no leader.
But no,
whatever.
I always want those friends.
No, it's not about. You can still be that friend that's gonna keep it real and be genuine. But when a person show you who they are and where they moving in life, it don't matter if you being that real friend or not. They see one thing. You can have that conversation with him, and they gonna be, whether they go through it, make that mistake, they gonna know that you shared on how you felt, and that's cool.
But they probably living in the moment at that time. They're not thinking properly.
And you still ain't gonna change them. It's like your mama telling you do something, and you be like, all right, cool, whatever. But when you hear from somebody else, you like, yeah, you right. You know, you just kind of gotta like let people live. You can't control people.
I'm not trying to control them, but at the same, well, him or her, but let me at least be that whisper, like, bro, I'm happy for you. But at the same time,
and you also have to know it's time into everything. So when I said maybe later on that week, it's time into everything. Whenever you feel like something heavy on your heart, the moment is gonna come on its own natural time when you should be like, yo, we gotta chat it up real quick. It's something I need to talk to you about. You know, it's timing. It ain't just, congratulations, dog, but we need to talk. It can't be like that. So and that's Jourdan, a level of maturity on both sides.
You think so?
I do. Because you don't want to mess up no friendship because you overdid your boundaries. You know?
It's levels to this, man. Like, yo.
But dudes are different. But females, that's definitely how
and also, I do think there are, let me see. It's also, like, I do think there are different friendships. Like, a conversation I would have with you, I may not have with him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so when he told me that, initially when he, divulged his information, I was like, we had the conversation. I was like, well, what is it about this person that's making you hesitant? Like, you've been with her this long, you've done this, like, what is it? Like, you guys need to figure that out.
But I said that it all depends on, like, your level of, like, friendship. Like, with you.
I know, but going back, like, I'm not going to have the conversation with him again. Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that.
But I know if I told you that.
Made up.
But I know if I told you that, you'd be like, oh, P, that same day, are you sure?
But that's what I'm telling you. You got to know who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
You don't want to overdo your boundaries. And sometimes when you surrounded and you full of so much love, you can't be that negative air in nobody else's face.
But nobody's saying that we're being negative air. Like, I'm happy for you, but just, are you sure this is the person that you want to marry? Like, you just talked to me last week about,
that's like
I'm not
me
sure.
being engaged and my friends don't F with who I'm engaged to. And so
that's different, though.
Not really.
Not really.
Just because I'm F, okay, I might not
F
F like his.
Not liking somebody.
I might not F like his woman, but at the same time, though, hey, whatever they got going on, if he happy, that's cool. I mean, you know what I'm saying, like her, but hey, it's not on me. Now, if he comes to me and he's complaining day in and day out.
But you can only do so much to where you are no longer, you're not making yourself the bad guy. Because
I don't get into nobody else's relationship.
If I say anything that's overstepping my friendship boundary,
exactly,
and he decides to have that conversation
with her, friendship boundary, yes,
but if he decides to have that conversation with her, guess who's not getting invited to the wedding?
Exactly,
and I'm cool with that.
Guess who can't come to game night? So it's like, I'm not, it's one of those things, like, you have to make sure that you understand it. My question was, I don't understand a man verbalizing that they don't know if this is the person or they don't know if they want to be with someone.
He wants validation,
yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Not verbatim, but if you can go into detail, what did he express to you that was his hesitations?
Yeah.
When y'all were talking.
Most of it was kind of.
The man wanted validation from his friend.
No, I think knowing her and knowing him and knowing a little bit about the relationship, I think that she may not be in the happiest place as far as, like, work is related, things like that. So, like, stuff at home wasn't necessarily kept to the standard of what he wanted to do. I know that I know that them moving in together was an issue a little bit, because he said, if I move in, these are the rules that I want to abide by. These are our common ground.
Is that man happy? Yes or no?
I don't know.
That man is not happy, y'all. That man has a wandering eye somewhere else, probably, y'all. He's doing this for validation.
But don't all men have wandering eyes, though?
We all do, but at the same time,
you can't say that.
But my thing is, if I'm happy with somebody, I'm not finna talk to you about, oh, hey, blase, blase. Now, if I'm not happy, this is me crying out to you to help me figure out a way to end it, yeah?
Yeah, but I can only do so much besides,
But if you're his friend, you're supposed to tell him and put him on like, dead spot, like, hey, don't do it. Don't.
No, I'm not going to tell you what not.
Depending on that friendship.
That's one thing I learned early in my 20s. I will never tell you what you should and should not do.
You can't tell somebody, like, yo, don't do it.
I'll give you a suggestion.
You can't.
One thing that I've like learned, like I said, I don't have a problem with nobody telling me that, because they've probably been through that same thing. So, yes, sometimes I have to go through the same thing to, like, learn my lesson, but they're telling you that for a reason.
I think he wanted to be heard. I think he values my opinion. But at the end of the day, I will tell you how I feel. And you know this. I'll tell you how I feel. I'll tell you my opinion about it, but you're gonna do what you want to do anyway.
From what you said, that man making a mistake, man. Point blank period. He may not be.
You know, there's this whole group of, I don't want to say group of men, but there's this whole thing that, you know, dudes will sit there and marry the chick that's the last girl standing, like the one that's been there with them through all this stuff, and that's like, I think that is what a lot of
So he's that girl. I mean, so like she's that girl for him.
I think
say
maybe.
It. No, say it.
I said I think maybe.
No. There is no maybe. It's a yes or no.
Is it because it's
no? Fuck all that, man. No.
I don't know. It's factual.
So if it's your opinion, say yes or no. Don't say maybe.
I said maybe. I don't know. I don't know who else he would have.
Man, y'all giving this man like a loophole, man.
I'm not giving
him a loophole,
y'all.
If I come to you today and tell you about my issues with my woman every day and every night, 9 times out of 10 for me personally, this is me asking you, yo.
But you know what I would say to you? I would say you need to figure out what the problem is. You need to have that conversation with her, and if you feel like this is not something that you can continue to do, then you need to remove yourself from that situation. Man, I can tell you can need to remove yourself from that situation, but if you choose not to, that's out of my hands. There's nothing else I can do to help support you. I will be there if you want me to take pictures at the engagement. I'm gonna show up. I'll do that. But it's one of those things, like I learned a long time ago, like with my best friend. My best friend was married for 5 years. I hated her husband.
You talking about DC?
DC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I hated her husband. I would go visit. He was a dick. Like, if he got hit by a bus tomorrow, I wouldn't even care. I'd be so ecstatic.
Did she vent to you about this?
She talked to me about it every day. But it got to the point that I sat there and I was like, you know what? You're not doing anything about it, so don't talk to me about it. Like, she would literally bring him up and I would be like, I'm going to call you back. Because she was not doing anything to change her situation, knowing that she was miserable and unhappy. So you can only do so much. It took her maybe, after the 5 years, it took her...
She's single now?
She's single and dating, but it took her on her own time to realize this is not what I want. I'm not happy. I can do better by myself, and she had to remove herself from that situation.
But now we're talking about men and women.
No, it's the same thing.
I don't know about that one, y'all.
What do you mean?
I think sometimes, and I mean, y'all can debate me if I want. I think sometimes a woman will probably stay a little bit longer than a man will probably stay.
Always.
A man's gonna fucking dip just like that because it's always, it was always fucking titties and have to go anywhere. Fucking woman, I'm just saying though, a woman's gonna stand her ground because she wants to be that good woman.
We're also talking about a marriage and someone that's just getting engaged.
That's for anybody. Different. That's for any woman. It doesn't matter if you're married.
True.
Yes, it is fucking true.
Dip a situation easy.
Predominantly, it's going to be true regardless. If that woman's gonna stay there because she's done so much for that man. She wants to be married, yo. Man, fuck that. It is true.
It's not.
I agree with you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's true, man. That's bullshit. It's true. A woman's gonna stay there for that man because she wants that ring. She wants validation. I got you out of prison. I bought you this car. I bought you this laptop. I'm saying predominantly women think like that, yeah. You may not think like that, but a woman is,
yeah. There's 7.5 billion people.
A woman wants that validation from that man. Like, yo, I did this for you. You gonna marry me?
I mean, you can have the conversation like, I know what I've done for you.
So passionate,
right?
Yeah, it's true, man.
Like, you can have the conversation, but it's one of those things. My point being that if someone is not going to do something that they don't want to do, so me preaching to you about how you should leave this woman and you shouldn't be happy with her, like, that's me wasting my breath because you're going to do what you want to do at the end of the day.
That's
regardless.
what I just told you.
You are.
I said you can share your opinion, but people gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day.
This is true.
And at a certain age, you gotta learn to save your breath.
Yep, there ain't no point.
It ain't you being fake. It ain't you not sharing your realness as a friend.
Adult enough to know, like, this is not something I need to engage in.
Everything doesn't deserve a reaction.
Just like she said earlier, like, this year has been focusing on not engaging with people based on certain things, or not having the argument, or not.
That didn't deserve her energy.
Around. No, I'm good. Because what's the point? You're gonna do what
you
want to do. And it ain't
that she ain't happy for him. Cool, do whatever you love. To each his own.
I'm gonna cheer you on regardless.
Exactly. That's what real friends do.
Just be a friend.
It ain't cheering him on to fail. It's cheering him on to...
The moment he say, "Yeah, I should listen to you," man, I told your ass.
Okay, so at his wedding, you go and be like, "No, I don't agree."
You can't be that friend that just wants to say, "I told you so."
Let me ask you this: are you going to be that friend? What's the clip that I played on the Facebook group from a different world?
First of all,
from a different world.
I'm not in love with the man.
Dwayne,
no.
Yeah, Dwayne when he stopped her girl.
I would never stop someone's wedding. No, it's not. Yeah, it's never been that serious. That's so selfish.
If you know deep down inside, it's the person making the biggest mistake of
their life.
But if you wait, like I said, I think I commented, if you wait until the day of the wedding, it's too late.
think so?
You gotta do that before.
You know how much money they spent before the wedding day?
Why
wait
then?
You waited too late.
That's selfish of you to wait to the wedding day.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And like that chick said, right? And like that
you wait
chick,
till my wedding day to tell me this? Get out my face. What?
And I don't know
goofy stuff.
I don't know who said it on Twitter, but she said that if you were to do that at the wedding, that shows the nature of the relationship that you had with that woman to begin with. That means you didn't care about her feelings. You weren't worried about her. It was about you, which is why she's marrying a whole nother man. Point blank. Period.
Nope.
Period. City girls. Period.
She said city girls.
I stand for city girls.
Oh man,
Free JT.
He
and his fellas, he ain't got no more words.
Right.
I'm a ban Jourdan from her topics. Get me pissed off right
You
now.
don't like my hot topics? I think my hot topics were good. You don't like them?
No. Both of them was good.
Thank you.
I salute you.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I got more.
Like y'all was trying to give this man some fucking validation. That
I
man's
wasn't.
a grown man, dog.
But we don't know. That's what we're. All we can do is sit here and speculate.
You ain't never ever finna catch me in any of my friends' relationship business, do you, boo? You ain't sure me either.
There's probably 3 guys.
You need to go talk to God about that. I don't got the
Thank you.
You just gotta support.
Man.
Exactly.
Whatever, you
I'm gonna support your good decisions, bad decisions, unsure decisions. I got your back.
I'm gonna be in the crowd cheering.
What we gonna do? You not sure yet? Okay, just keep me posted.
Man, look, man. What time is it, y'all?
105.
204, 205.
Let's get to our positive of the week real quick, man.
Yeah, it's 2.
Y'all go ahead, man.
That's this damn drink.
You done with the podcast? You kicking us out?
Nah, kicking y'all out.
Oh, podcast of the week.
Positive of the week. What y'all got?
I listened to a crap ton.
The what?
Go ahead.
I said I listened to a crap ton of podcasts this week, but my favorite podcast this week was the Problematic Safe Space. With I'm not gonna slaughter his
Is that
name.
on like the breaks?
No, it's not on the breaks radio. We met the guy at
Problematic Safe Space. In like a Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Problematic Safe Space. They talked about platonic relationships between men and women.
Okay.
And it struck a chord because I have a lot of male friends, and I understand the dynamic of being the female friend to
another male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I get it. I get the shit that comes with it.
You playing a lot of my ex-women's. They was ready to
First of all, I don't deal with people's insecurities. I am not. You and I have never been like that. It's never. That's never.
They don't know that.
Yeah, but that's a conversation that you need to have.
I do.
And in my role as a female friend, it is my position to make sure that she feels a little comfortable. And I've had.
That's what we was just talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I get on Instagram to see this post. My homegirl posted, and it said, you have to get to a point where your mood doesn't shift based on an insignificant actions of someone else.
Yep.
His mood switched like madhouse when you was talking about everything.
I struck a nerve.
What I say, everything and everybody doesn't deserve a reaction. Nope. And you dang on sure ain't got to respond. Not to your friends, your family, especially when you get older. Your family be an enemy more than your friends.
He wants to be right.
We talked about this.
What's your sign? What'd you just say? I told you so.
Taurus.
I know nothing about a Taurus.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that he's bullheaded, that works.
We laid back. My whole thing is like, bro, it's like you can't just see one side. You gotta see both sides of things, yo. I get what y'all saying, but then there's always another side. But go ahead.
It was the problem.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it was the problematic safe space.
Yeah.
And
I hear the Malcolm talk.
What the episode was talking about, it's titled Blackfish, and they were talking about the white women that are passing as people of other ethnicities in the summer.
We a verb. We a living verb, but nobody wants to be in that same situation when we get put over by the cops, though. But
everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it like that, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Mine was from the Recovering Party Girls.
Shout out to them.
They had an episode called Recovering from Black Men.
I saw her that.
Yeah.
Last week episode, right?
Yeah, they were talking about, where all the good black men. Just want to let y'all know there's a lot of good
scorned black women.
Black men out there in this world.
Scorned black women.
Where they at? On Tinder?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Plenty of fish. Christian Mingle.
Bumble.
My
friend just told me
Bumble is
Bumble.
actually
it's another dating app.
It's Tinder on steroids.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Where they at though? I'm trying to be where they at.
They're around, man.
You gotta let God find for you.
Is that your
God's understanding.
That's your quote of the week? You gotta let God find them for you?
That's where I'm drop him off at my doorstep. Tap me on the shoulder.
Let me get it.
When he ready.
Man, my part of the week, of course, is the Danny and Cleo podcast, man. And it's not just one episode; it's all episodes, man. To listen to them and to hear them out, I love the love that they have for one another on the pod, and it actually shows. Like when they argue, it's supposed to be behind closed doors, but no, they're arguing like in front of the actual, mic.
They're passionate.
What's up?
They're passionate.
Yeah, they're very, very passionate. So shout out to them, Danny and Cleo podcast. They're from New York. And I think they're Puerto Rican and black as well. So, different understanding.
They definitely love to argue.
Yeah, different understanding from them. So yeah, most definitely. But how you want to end it though? How you want to end it? Let me know how we do this. Come on now, you ain't new to this.
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Harper Speaks. Check out my blog, IamHarperSpeaks.com, and I think that's it.
Okay.
Happy holidays.
Yep.
Speaking of which, man, we have a new podcast. We have a new website. It's called Social Complex, spelled with 2 X's. The reason why, because I'm not finna pay $3,000 to get that domain. Long story short. So it comes with 2 X's.
You could have left that out.
Nah, because somebody already asked me already.
Tell them to mind their business.
Yeah. But see, in this business, you're going to run into stuff like that.
Somebody asked me already. That's of course the new website, so you can hear all of our podcasts from there. Yay. That's Spotify, YouTube, Apple Pod, SoundCloud, and where you can purchase shirts, and of course where you can find out the latest in news that we're going to do for the next coming events, right? Yeah.
And shout out to you, man. You did a good job on the website, so I wanted to shout you out on that, man. It's dope. I was sending it out to people and getting a lot of good feedback, and so. When shout you out, I know you worked hard on that for us. So,
well, it wasn't. And I'm gonna give credit. Yes, it was my vision as far as they asked me to do it, but that was everything that was done. Paid Shay for it. That's Shay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dualistic, yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to Shay.
Yeah, shout out to Shay, man. Give credit when credit is due. Yeah. But I gave her an idea and she ran with it, and that's it, man. But anything y'all want to end it with?
Yeah. Before we go, just want to wish everybody happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy food and your family.
Be safe, Uber.
Yes. Please don't drink and drive.
Oh, also we will be helping out.
Who?
Me, you.
Who?
Like me and you.
Who?
Me and you.
And who else?
And Shay from Dualistic.
Who? But it's gonna be me and Shay, right?
No, it's me too.
You're coming?
I'm coming.
He coming for the.
I'm coming.
Podcast. You're coming to volunteer on Thanksgiving.
I'm coming for the podcast. Yeah. Exactly.
No. Are you coming to volunteer? On
I'm coming.
For sure.
I'm going to register
Thanksgiving Day.
Well, I'm going to register.
Y'all hear this?
Yeah, I hear it.
So I'm sending out pictures next week.
That's fine.
Okay. There's no one. Oh, this person is representing me.
Man, got my phone, dog.
I'll be out of town. So.
Man, look, hi in every day, man. Mama, I love you.
Peace.
Stay blessed.
Yay.